now let's jump into creating part. For creating Java code, you need two things. One is a JDK and one is an IDE where you'll have to write the code. Why IDE? Why not Notepad that you use in your college? See, Notepad cannot correct you with syntaxes. IDE will, and IDE is way more comfortable. So for the JDK, you have two options. One is either go to adoptium.net and download this, but this is the traditional way, and this is not something that we're going to follow. So directly you can go and go to search for IntelliJ. You can go to the first link, that is IntelliJ IDEA in JetBrains, and go and click download. So once you go to this page, you will have three options: Windows, Mac OS or Linux. Depending on your OS, choose that. And for Mac OS, there are two options: Apple Silicon and Intel. So the older Macs used Intel. So if you use an older Mac, you can go for Intel. And if it is relatively new with M1, M2, M3, M4, you can go with Apple Silicon. So if you're watching in future, it could be M5 also, which is releasing mostly next month. So that's it. You just have to download it and install. Once you do the installation, now guys, once you are done with your installation of your IDE, you're gonna have a window like this, and click on new project, then give a name of your choice. I'm giving Java, and it'll ask for a location. Keep it the default option, and the system that you want to build, let it be IntelliJ for now. When we are building an application, we'll choose Maven and click on create. So this is, see, it has even given you a sample program. Let's not get into this thing for now. Let's write our basic hello world program. Okay, so for that, click on source and create a new Java class. Let's name the class as hello world. And as I promised you, I am not gonna make you write the code. Let's copy the code. Now guys, go to your browser again and go to Gemini. So once you are in gemini.google.com, actually you have to sign in with your Gmail ID. I suppose you might be having a Gmail ID in hand. So once you're done, write a simple prompt like write me a Java code for hello world program and simply click on submit. Once you do the submit, the code is ready made. You got the code and you just have to click on copy code. Once you're done with this, go back to your IntelliJ and paste it here. Now let's find out what does this mean. Okay, so first and foremost thing, let's go with the first line, that is public class hello world. Now public over here is called access specifier. So what does this mean? For now, you don't worry much. We'll explore this in the future classes. So public means for now, think of it like open to all. It is like, for example, they call it like public domain, right? So public over here means open to all. The class is just a keyword. So we are mentioning this keyword to emphasize that the next word over here is going to be the class name. So the class name and the file name should be the same. Because, for example, if you mean some difference here, so this is gonna be an issue. So ensure that the output that Gemini is giving you, the class name, is exactly same as your file name you have created. So this is one thing. Let's go to the second line. So see, the recent Java, the latest Java, that is Java 26 that we're using, you don't have to use public static and all. This is all outdated concept. You can just remove it. So directly with void main also it'll work. So let's go with void and main. What does this mean? So void is the return type over here. That means your method that you are creating is gonna be void. That means that it's not gonna return anything. Imagine you want to calculate something and you wanna find out the sum or the difference or whatever. You wanna pass some value, some integer value. You will have to mention int over here. So we will explore that in the future. So for now, let's go with the void for our hello world. And main method is the front door of your program. So the compiler starts everything from main method. Our main method has only one line of code, that is system.out.println. Before that, you can see what are these two forward slashes followed by this. This is called a comment. So this is something that is ignored by the compiler, but this is for you because see, Usually what happens is when you write a code, in very few months you're going to forget why you have written it. So this commenting helps you to understand why you have written it in the first place. And when you're copying the code from Gemini, you definitely need this, because within weeks you're going to forget why that was written there, because you have not written, you just copy pasted and you have just tested that it is working. So this is very important to have. It's a good practice to write comments, and to write another comment, you just have to again start with double slash. But if you want to have, like, you have multiple lines of comments that you want to insert, so you can even use multi-commenting. So multi-line commenting, for that you have to go with / and star and press enter. IntelliJ will automatically close it. To close it, you have to put star and slash. You can write anything, any number of lines in between that, and it will take it as a comment. Now let's go to the next line, that is system.out.println. So one thing you have to observe is Java is case sensitive. That means that whatever you are writing, it should exactly follow the nomenclature. That is the class. This is the class. How do you know this is the class? So see, 1 minute. So if you see, observe that the system over here is public class, public final class. So this is a class and it has to start with the capital letter. And the next thing over here is a method inside that class. And if you cannot start a method with capitals. So that will, if you use a capital O, it is gonna give an error. Same like as we have seen for small s in system. So this has to follow small letters for starting the word, and same thing with println. Now the thing is, what is println? Why not print? See, the println, when you execute this, let's run it. The hello world will go to the next line. The cursor will automatically go to the next line. So that means that whatever I am printing after this will move to the next line. You see, hello world, hello world. But imagine I don't add println, I just give print. So what print will do is, print will copy that in the same line. Now you can experiment this with many things. You're just printing, right? So you can still use void for even numbers. So you just have to remove the quotations when you're using numbers and give something like 7 plus 8. What does this give? Let's see. So this gives you 15. Now let's experiment with something else. I want to add a result in this. So you have to add quotations, result. Okay. Close the quotation and add plus. Plus is for concatenation, and put everything in the brackets. This will help it to follow the BORDMAS rule. Now run this and you got the value in formatted. You got the formatted value. So that's all for day 1, guys. I don't want to put everything in day 1. I want these videos to be light. I want to explain the technical concepts with ease. So that's the plan. Let's see how it happens and how it is perceived. Now let's just have a quick revision of what we have done today. So we went with what's Java, then we went with what's JDK, what's JRE, what's JVM, and we saw how Java works. We tried to set up IDE, then we wrote our first program, and then came the syntax. Syntax, I explained you, Java is case sensitive. Yeah, there's one thing I missed actually. See, every time you have to start a class or a method, you have to use curly braces, and you should start it and you should end it. If you miss something, Java will give it an error, so you don't have to worry unless and until you're using an IDE. So always see, now no other brackets work. You should always use a curly brace to do this. And whenever you're ending a statement, right, you should end the statement using a semicolon. So signing off for today, that's it from me. I'm Ash, and see you in another video. Thank you.